Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are swapping out satellite charts for seashell crowns.
Hmm.
We're exploring a really unique literary series, the Mediterranean Mermaids. You sent us the detailed breakdown of the first 7 books.
Right.
And our mission today is to give you the ultimate shortcut. We're going to map out the continuous voyage of a real cruise ship across the Western Mediterranean.
Yeah, and it's guided by this fantastical rotating cast of mermaid sisters.
Exactly.
So we're deep diving into how the author, Marcy Schaaf, she manages to weave, professional nautical knowledge with pure aquatic mythology.
Right.
This isn't just a fun story. It's structurally quite clever.
Yeah.
It uses the actual choreography of a cruise ship voyage as its narrative backbone.
Okay, let's unpack that core concept then. So we've got this consistent, continuous voyage.
Yeah.
And the whole series, it features 12 mermaid sisters in total, right?
Yeah.
Each one protecting a specific leg of the journey across the Med: Spain, France, Italy, Croatia, Greece.
Exactly. What's really fascinating here is how each sister's personality, her power, even her look, it's directly inspired by the geography and the culture of the country she guards.
Yeah.
It's a pretty smart way to teach kids, and frankly us, about regional differences and ocean stewardship too.
And what gives this series that sort of unexpected depth is the author herself, Marcy Schaaf.
Mhm.
She's not just a children's author. She's actually a professional boat captain. Currently skippers a 50-foot catamaran in Grenada.
And that detail is, well, it's crucial. It means all the logistical stuff, the awareness of debris, the need for safe navigation.
Real-world problems.
Right. The technical truths of being on the water, they aren't just like researched facts added in. They're baked into the story's DNA.
Okay.
The author isn't just charting a route on a map. She's detailing the actual challenges and maneuvers needed to keep a big ship safe, and then translating those into mermaid magic.
That dual expertise really elevates the whole concept. It implies that, okay, when a mermaid handles a rogue wave or guides a ship, she's actually addressing a real navigational concern.
Precisely.
All right, let's jump into the first 2 legs. They really set up that contrast in stewardship styles. We start in Barcelona, Spain, with Cora, Book 1, heading to Marseille, France.
Yeah, Cora. She's designed for maximum Spanish flair. The book describes her as sassy, playful, shiny black hair, bright green eyes. And she apparently twirls in the sea like a flamenco dancer.
Okay, lots of personality.
Her approach to protection is, let's say, active, visible.
But how does that sass translate into, actual ocean work? I
Yeah.
mean, we see her snatch a painted fan floating down from the ship. That seems purely whimsical.
It starts whimsical, yeah. But then she uses a lot of that visual flair to handle a crisis, like when a giant wave threatens the vessel.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't just guide the ship around it. No, she faces it head on, crosses her arms, challenges the ocean, and then bursts the wave into shimmering spray. It's a very assertive form of protection. And her really serious act of stewardship, using her seashell crown to slice the ropes of a cruel fishing net, rescuing a trapped turtle even that is done with flair. She declares, "Eres libre, amigo. Now shine."
So her personality fuels her dedication.
Exactly. And while Cora's doing all this,
There's Scuba Steve.
yeah, the ship's diver, the constant comedic counterpoint. He's often just trying to scrub barnacles or something.
And Cora sends a parade of orange fish swirling around him. Keeps things light.
It does. And then the transition from Cora to Lucia in Book 2, Marseille to Monaco. It couldn't be more different. Cora literally hands off her Spanish fan. Geographical change marker.
Okay.
And Lucia. She's elegant, graceful. Her power is focused inward on the emotional safety of the passengers.
That's a huge shift from Cora, who was all action out there.
Mm.
Does focusing on internal magic, disrupt the flow? Or is it just highlighting another aspect of the voyage, maybe the quiet vulnerability?
I think it highlights the spectrum of, well, nautical awareness. Sometimes protection needs brute force against the elements, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes it requires ensuring the crew and passengers are rested, calm. Lucia's pink pearls shimmer in the dark, and her main thing is giving the children sweet dreams.
Ah, the lullaby.
Right, captured in her repeating lullaby. "Rest now, my darlings. The ship sails tonight. I'll guard you safely till morning's first light."
That's a perfect example of using a repeating line for both comfort and marking that transition. And we get to see the kids' dream bubbles.
Yeah, floating up, you observe their imaginations. Sand castles made of candy canes, a boy riding a dolphin.
A kid scuba diving next to a whale and a birthday hat.
Right. She even laughs, apparently noting, humans really dream the sweetest things.
That's lovely.
And while Lucia is ensuring this internal calm, Scuba Steve provides the external, often clumsy reality check.
What's he up to here?
He tries to retrieve a treasure chest, but comes back with just a vase. Lucia apparently giggles, observing, silly Steve. He leaves treasure and takes pottery.
It's a gentle reminder, isn't it?
Eh.
For every magical protector, there's a human element just trying to get through the day. Okay, that brings us neatly into the middle legs. The navigational challenges seem to get maybe a bit more subtle here. Nika takes over in Monaco, Book 3, heading toward Livorno, Italy.
Nika. Her promise is to make the ocean friendly.
Made it friendly.
Yeah, and this is where you really see the captain's expertise translated again. Nika has blue hair, an orange tail that glows like sunshine. Making the ocean friendly means handling things like traffic, debris, common challenges near busy coastlines.
Right. Makes sense. I like that detail about the glow. How does she actually use that to navigate those real-world difficulties?
Well, for instance, when a curious whale drifts too close to the ship's route, which is a real hazard,
Big hazard.
Nika doesn't aggressively scare it off. She hums and softens her glow to gently guide the whale deeper away from the path. It shows, expert knowledge of marine life interaction. Guidance, not confrontation.
That's smart.
She also uses her glow to clear debris, creates a giant whirl to gently roll a floating log aside. Helped by 2 saluting crabs, apparently.
Saluting crabs, okay.
Adds a bit of whimsy.
So debris, natural hazards, and then docking. That delicate art. She smooths the ripples as 2 tugboats help guide this ship into Livorno.
Yes, and the tugboats are described as gentle pillows.
Gentle pillows.
Which isn't just fluffy writing, it's a perfect visual for that controlled, delicate push and pull required by harbor pilots. It communicates the precise force needed to nudge a massive ship safely.
While all this precision work is happening, what about Steve?
Oh, back near Monaco, Steve's working when he gets ambushed by an octopus, a sneaky hug attack.
Of course he does. He's a magnet for marine shenanigans.
Totally.
Okay, moving to Book 4. Mira takes over from Livorno to Corsica Island, and she sails right toward the Pelago Sanctuary.
Yes, and that's crucial. It's an actual marine-protected area set up ages ago to safeguard dolphins and other marine life.
So a real place.
This specific geographical choice grounds the whimsy that follows, because this leg introduces this incredible postal oddity, Cow Beach.
Cow Beach. Seriously.
The backstory is that a boat carrying cows sank long ago. They swam ashore and just stayed.
Okay, I love the idea of Cow Beach. But does the author risk losing the seriousness of ocean stewardship with stuff like that? Cows snorkeling clumsily, riding surfboards, playing beach volleyball with their horns.
I don't think so, because the absurdity is actually a teaching device.
Yeah.
You laugh at the surfing cows, right? But the location name, Cow Beach, within the Pelagos Sanctuary, anchors you in the real-world ecological importance.
The memory hook.
Exactly. And Mira herself still demonstrates stewardship. A snorkeling cow accidentally crashes her sandcastle.
Oh, no.
Which she was building for tiny fish families. But instead of getting mad...
Her sister Lena joins her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lena joins her, and they rebuild it together, make it stronger, funnier, magical for the fish. It shows that teamwork.
Oh, nice. And that collaborative spirit sets up Lena's own journey in Book 5, Corsica to Sardinia.
Right. Lena's voyage is more about embracing natural phenomena, exploring geology. She sails through a swarm of moon jellyfish.
Oh, cool.
That open and close like umbrellas, hiding her completely for a moment. It celebrates the beauty in the sea's quieter elements. And she explores Sardinia's sea grottos, the jagged cliffs, dark cave mouths.
And highlights the local wildlife. The wild horses of Giara. They race the waves, toss their manes, roll in the wet sand. It's very evocative.
Sounds beautiful. What's Scuba Steve doing while all this natural wonder is happening?
Steve.
Yeah.
His presence here is a sharp contrast.
Yeah.
He's completely focused on his own thing. Diving down, taking selfies.
Underwater.
Yeah, and snapping bright photos of coral for his social media feed. He totally misses the magic around him. Lena's appreciating the grottos. Steve's worrying about the perfect filter.
Oh, Steve. Okay, so from Sardinia, we start closing the Western Loop. Sophia takes over in Book 6, heading back towards Spain to Ibiza.
Yes, and this is where the narrative really leans into folklore and mystery.
Oh, so.
As the ship nears these dark cliffs in Ibiza, there's this palpable sense of hidden power. The ship's compass spins.
Whoa.
The children's hair lifts up like static electricity. It connects the voyage directly to local legends about Ibiza having a magical city hidden under the sea. That's a very clever way to weave in local folklore. And there's a piece of continuity here too, right? Sophia's heart-shaped locket.
Yes, the one she found earlier with Lena in that crystal cave back in Sardinia. It starts to glow near these mystical Ibiza caves.
Ah, suggesting a longer story arc across the series.
Absolutely. The author rewards you for following the whole journey, shows that the mermaid's past actions have ripple effects later on.
So the water near Ibiza is crystal clear. How does Sophia avoid being seen by the kids on deck?
She uses this really clever, noisy distraction, a sharp whistle that calls in a flock of seabirds.
Smart? How effective is that kind of visual misdirection in a story meant to make the ocean feel real?
I think it's highly effective because it's based on real sensory stuff. The gulls start squawking, mine, 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 tumbling over each other.
Draws all the attention upwards.
Exactly. Shifts the kids' focus completely. It's a classic misdirection trick to maintain that illusion of hidden magic. Plus, the kids get a laugh out of the island's mischievous goats leaping around on the cliffs nearby.
Goats too. Sounds like a fun stop. And Scuba Steve's moment here.
Sophia mentions that he apparently swam right into a bloom of jellyfish.
Ouch.
And had to be warned by the children shouting from the rails.
The kids are protecting him now? The foil gets saved by the audience.
Which brings us nicely to the final leg of this Western loop. Book 7, with Zara. She travels from Ibiza back home to Barcelona.
And this leg isn't just guarded by Zara, there are cultural companions.
That's right. Zara explains that while she protects the ship on the water, her friends, the dragons of Dragon City, protect the shores.
A direct nod to Barcelona's architecture. Gaudi and all that.
Exactly. The kids see dragons perched on rocks, dragons made of tile on rooftops. It's like an architectural and cultural immersion course delivered via Mermaid.
Very cool.
Zara then points out 2 huge Barcelona landmarks. The Sagrada Familia.
The church they started in 1882 and still aren't finished with.
That's the one, still growing. And the Columbus Monument, the traditional welcome sign for ships coming home safely to port.
And that completes the loop. Zara hands the voyage back to Cora in Barcelona, ready for the cycle to potentially start again.
And they even share a moment, Zara and Cora, laughing together about Steve. Apparently he climbed onto a turtle for a silly ride.
Oh my gosh.
Much to the kids' delight, of course. So the crew's tired, the ship's safely home, and the mermaids share one last joke about Steve. It's a nice wrap-up.
Yeah. So what the author really pulls off here is blending 3 things. The magical protection, the mermaids, their unique powers.
Tied to the countries.
Right. Then there's the narrative continuity, like the locket, the repeating lullaby.
And the real-world foundation, the geography, the navigation, the architecture, it all fits.
The big takeaway for me, I think, is how much her expertise as a boat captain informs it all. She uses the actual, sometimes delicate, sometimes forceful movements needed for safe sailing, guiding whales, clearing logs, docking precisely.
And translates them into acts of mermaid magic, making the world safer, but also more wondrous.
Yeah. It really shows that imagination and solid geographical knowledge, they don't just coexist, they kind of multiply each other here.
This series makes learning about ocean stewardship, about different cultures, it makes it gentle and fun and memorable because it anchors the fantasy in real navigational practice.
This deep dive has given us such a specific, layered look at this journey. It makes you think, if a real cruise ship is the stage for this kind of subtle, wonderful magic,
Yeah.
what subtle, wonderful things might be happening just beneath the surface on your next journey? You know, think about the hidden guardians, the quiet work being done maybe as you look out over the ocean.
Knowing that sometimes the most magical stories are actually based on the most accurate charts.
Exactly. Something to ponder.